Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Universal Orlando app and why you should use it to make your trip much better and much more efficient.
We really like the Universal app. It does a lot of great things, but there are some downfalls, like the map is just not as great as it could be.
But even though there could be some improvements, we definitely recommend that you download it and familiarize yourself with it before you go to Orlando.
Yeah, it's definitely a great tool. So we're going to get into what you're going to see on the home screen of your app first, and then we'll do kind of a deep dive into each feature that the app offers. So at the top of your app, the first thing you're going to see is a lot of pictures that you can scroll through, and what those are is like a little featured section where it's just going to show you some things like HHN, special events, and other offers that they have throughout the parks, and then some key things like mobile ordering. We never really use that part of the app, but it's just there, I guess, for people who don't really know where to go within the app. So it's kind of giving them some main points just right off the bat, but it's not like super useful.
No, it's just the things that are kind of seasonal and what Universal wants to promote at the moment. So under the featured section, you'll see 6 little icons, which are shortcuts to navigate you to other parts of the app. So this could be the map, or wait times, or mobile ordering, but basically this just gives you an opportunity to click specifically on something without having to navigate extra buttons or extra features.
Probably the most useful feature on the home screen is the park hours button. So when you click on park hours, you will see the park hours for today specifically, but at the top there's an option to click theme park hours, and when you click on that, it's going to bring you to a monthly view. So you can go in and you can click on whatever day you're going to go to the parks, and it will show you the park hours for Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay, and City Walk. And this is also where you're going to be able to see the early park admission hours and which park offers those on which day. So sticking with the home screen, the next thing that you're going to find is the things to do section, which is just going to give you specific things like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, the Jurassic Park section of the park, just more like themed features that they want you to be able to explore quickly and easily, because these are the things that people kind of click on the most.
That's why people go to parks, really.
Yeah. So that's a good section for you if you want something specifically in those parts of the park, but you'll also be able to get to those from the map.
Under things to do, you'll find special offers. And again, this is kind of like the top bar. They're just promotional pieces, so you might find ticket promotions or Halloween Horror Night promotions, information on annual passes. But basically, it's just more information that you can click on and dive into to learn more about the parks.
And then under that you have helpful tools, which is going to be guides to maybe mobile order your food, or frequently asked questions, or chat help.
And then the last thing on the homepage is the featured attractions, and that's just a quick snapshot of some featured rides and their current wait times within the parks.
Under that, there's a couple things at the bottom that are like contact and FAQs that you can click on, but it's like stuff that you don't really need unless you have an issue in the parks.
Yeah, stuff that you hopefully learn beforehand by watching YouTube videos.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to the next part, which is going to be the map, and this is where you're going to do most of your navigation, and most of your time is going to be spent on this page.
Yeah. So when you first open the map up, you're going to see just a lot of little icons. And what it is it's showing you all 3 parks and every on-site hotel in Universal Orlando. You can zoom in to each specific park. And from left to right, you're going to have Volcano Bay. The middle park is Islands of Adventure. And the park on the very right of the map is Universal Studios.
So if you look at the top of the map, there are going to be some icons up there, and automatically it is set to show you all of the rides. So there are ride types up top that you can sort through. So automatically it's going to show you all 4 ride types, and if you click on one of those types of rides, it's going to click you off of that, so you won't be able to see those on the map anymore.
So again, up top, all 4 ride types within all 3 parks are checked. If you are specifically looking for a family style ride, then you can uncheck the Thrill, 3D, 4D, and the water rides. So if you have little ones, toddlers, and you're looking for something to do, just keep that one checked. Or if you're really hot, you can uncheck all of them except the water rides to find your closest water ride.
Honestly, this is a super helpful feature just because this map doesn't let you zoom in super far. Like if you have ever used the Disney app, you can zoom in to basically each specific ride.
Yeah, yep.
And this app does not let you do that. So it's kind of hard to pick and choose when everything is shown on the map at the same time because it's just icons everywhere. So if you're looking for something specific, definitely sort through those filters and only look at the ride types that you need.
So the map is also kind of interactive. If you click on the specific ride icon, it'll pull up a picture of the ride and give you the wait time right off the bat. So once you're in the parks and you're kind of familiar with where you're at and you know you're close to the Velocicoaster, open your app, click on the Velocicoaster button, you'll see the wait time, and if it's something you want to do, you know you can head that way.
Once that screen is open, you can click on the name of the ride for further details, and you'll be able to see the height requirement, things like whether it offers express pass, child swap, and you can even set a wait time alert. So sometimes wait times get pretty high in the parks, especially for specific rides. So let's say I wanted to ride Hagrid's and I didn't want to wait more than 70 minutes. What I would do is go click on Hagrid's and set a wait time alert for 70 minutes, and when it dropped to 70 or below, my phone would alert me and I could pretty much sprint to that ride.
Yeah, you better sprint too because it could go from 60 to 120 like that.
Yeah, so that's a very useful feature, and we don't really use it a lot because we're constantly checking our app, but that's actually something that we can use in the future.
Mm-hmm. The shows tab up top highlights all character meet and greets and performances throughout the parks. So if I wanted to go meet Spider-Man, I could click on the Spider-Man tab or the Spider-Man button down there and see his next available meet and greet. If you know you can't make that next available time, they also have further times or future times that are also going to be available.
All the meet and greets on the app are going to be marked by a star, and then the rest are either shows or performances.
Hey, go ahead and comment below about which character meet and greet that you're most excited about.
The next tab you're going to see up top is going to be dining, and this is going to show you literally everywhere that you could eat in the parks, and it's very overwhelming when you click on it because there are so many options. So if you look on the dining tab, you have some quick service options, some sit-down options, and then just kind of like stands, and you can filter through those to make it easier for yourself. When you're trying to decide what you want to eat while you're in the parks, it's easy to just click on each restaurant and you're able to see their hours, their menu, and even whether or not you're able to mobile order. I highly suggest mobile ordering when you're in the parks because it saves you so much time.
So much time. So much time, and it's so easy too. I feel like Universal's pretty efficient at it as well.
And like, we walk up all the time and there are lines outdoors for people to like walk up and order, and we just walk straight in and pick up our food. It's crazy.
It's so easy. And a lot of places have QR codes on the table. So if you just kind of scan your QR code on your app, they'll bring the food to you.
It's really a simple process. So we definitely suggest mobile ordering if you're going to the parks.
100%.
Since there are so many different places that you can eat and so many different types of restaurants at Universal, there's a very useful feature up top that is the filter feature. And this is available for other parts of the app too, but it's very useful in dining.
So you can specifically filter by venue, narrow it down to what resort you're at or what park you're at. You can filter by dining type, so if you want to eat somewhere fancy, casual, or quick service. And if you have any special dietary needs, you can also filter that way.
Something really cool that you can do is you can filter by whether or not they have Coca-Cola Freestyle machines available. And we love a good Coca-Cola Freestyle machine. So if you have a Freestyle cup, you've activated it for that day, you definitely want to use it. So I would sort by whether or not I could use my Freestyle cup at a restaurant.
Yeah, definitely get your money's worth. Another cool feature is you can find specific character dining throughout the park. So just check that and you can see if Spider-Man's available to eat that day.
You're going to eat Spider-Man? And then the next thing up top is shopping. So if you click that, you are going to see all of the shops throughout all the parks and City Walk.
There's also a restroom button at the bottom left of the map. So if you got to go to the bathroom really bad, just find where you are, click that button, and you can find your nearest bathroom.
The other button at the bottom is a search button, and this is a really useful tool because if you are searching for something specific, you can go there and search for it. Even something like pizza. If you're in the parks and you specifically want to eat pizza, just type in the word pizza and it's going to bring up all of the places that serve pizza within Universal Orlando.
You also have a change category button at the top, and when you click on that, it's going to give you other specific categories to look at. So lockers, rental services, first aid, ATMs, things of that nature.
The last thing on this page that we're going to talk about is the button in the top right-hand corner. and that is going to let you switch this from map view to list view. So whatever you're looking at, whether it's rides, shows, dining, shopping, you can click that button up top and it will change it to a list so you can scroll through it. If you don't really know where you are in the parks yet, if it's your first trip, you might just want to scroll through the list view instead of looking at the map because it's easier to find things that way, and then you'll be able to figure out where they are on the map from there.
I also think it's easier to see wait times in the list view because all the rides are just popped up there, and then you can easily see, well, that's 5 minutes, that's 40 minutes, that's 60 minutes.
And again, you can change the filters to only show you whatever park you're in. So if you're in Islands of Adventure, filter it, make it only Islands of Adventure rides, and you'll be able to go through all those ride wait times really quickly and easily.
The next icon on the bottom bar is the buy button. This allows you to buy tickets, express pass, and extras.
So when you're looking through this part of the app, the tickets are not going to let you buy annual passes, but anything else is pretty much fair game. And then the extras are going to be things like the VIP tour, Halloween Horror Nights tickets, and then things like the photo package.
So the last feature on the bottom bar is your profile. And your profile is just personalized to you, obviously. The first thing you can look at is your wallet, or the My Wallet button. Within that is Universal Pay. This is also where you can set up your credit card or debit card to help you pay for things within the park. And you can also see your tickets and your annual passes within this section.
The next icon you see is going to be a little heart, and that's going to be your favorites section of your app. So if you go to a ride or a restaurant that you really like, you can click on the little heart button in the top left-hand corner, and that's going to store it in your favorites so that you can access it easier without having to search for it or go through the map.
You'll also see your alerts button. When you click on the alerts, you'll see the alerts that you have set. So like we talked about with the rides before, and you can't change anything from this button, but you can see what you have in case you forget in the future. And the next button is contact preferences, and this is basically how you prefer Universal Orlando to contact you via email, text message, etc.
And then the next one is going to be your parking reminder, which is actually a pretty useful tool. It's going to let you select which area of the parking garage that you've parked in if you drive to the parks. So if you park in the Jurassic Park section, you click that section, then it's going to give you like your road number that you can select from, what floor you're on. It's just a really easy way for you to store your parking information so you don't forget where you were after a long park day.
Yeah, and it also gives you an opportunity to take a picture. So you can just take a picture of the pole that's nearest to your car. That's an easy way to figure it out.
And then the last thing is going to be blockout dates. So if you have an annual pass, this is a great place to go quickly to see whether or not you're blocked out of the parks. So you'll be able to select your annual pass type from a drop-down menu, and then it's going to show you what parks you're blocked out of on what days. All right, so that about does it for the Universal app. It's pretty much all the information we can give you on it. Just go ahead and play around with it before your trip so that you know exactly what you're doing while you're there, because it's super helpful.
It is. It's super helpful, and it's going to make your trip so much easier and so much more efficient. I think you'll save tons of time by just being familiar with how the app works and using all the good features within it. That's going to be it for this video. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for any future content that we're putting out.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.